And I'm back. What I'm going to do here today is I'm going to build an enclosure, including a shelf, for a heat pump. And now this is snow country here, so snow and icicles and whatnot would, traditionally come off this roof during the winter. But I want to locate the unit right here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a little enclosure for it, and you'll see how that goes as we get to it. And anyway, we're going to put an 18,000 BTU Senville unit. I got this on Amazon, and it's a dual head, so it's the outdoor unit, and it'll have 2 indoor diffusers for the heat in the winter and the air conditioning in the summertime. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to use these concrete blocks, and they hold a 4x4, and I'm just going to level a couple of spots down here to put these 4x4 uprights, and we'll go from there. All right, so I'm just taking the shovel. I'm just going to get down in here a little bit, and then what I'm going to do is put some gravel in there. A little bit of gravel there. Okay, with a bit of gravel under it, I can position that block where I need it. Come this way. No, I mean, you could go all the way out and you could do, you put sauna tube and pour concrete and all that stuff, but I really don't think it's necessary for this. Okay, so 4x4 post, something like that. Okay. Okay, so what I've done is I've just put a ledger on the house. I'm gonna put some lag bolts into the studs later on, but for now it's hanging on the sheathing quite well. And I've allowed room on the side for the width of a 2x4 up here. So I've cut it the width of 2 2x4s short of my measurement of 48 inches is what I'm looking for, from the edge of here to over there where it's gonna go. So I got that there, and then what I'm gonna do is I've got the pieces cut from here that are going to come out onto the side of the post and form a little box at the height that I want, and then I'm going to plank that in. Okay, there's 1,000 different ways to do this, but this is just the way I'm doing it, quick and nasty. And you'll see here in a second how it's going to work out. So I've got these pieces cut the right length to come out here, so I'm just going to screw them onto here for now. Okay, same thing on this side. Okay, so I've got the post moved out. I'm going to level it with the end here. I'm going to put it plumb with the end of that piece, and we'll see how close we are here. Not bad. Okay, I think I'm going to screw that on, and I can just kick the bottom of the post out in a second. So let's put that on, attach it there level. That way. Okay, it means I got to kick the bottom over just a little. Just a little. Okay, so I just laid a 2x4 on the edge across those blocks, and it's pretty close. They're just sitting on the gravel, so it's going to move a little bit, but that's a pretty good start. And I'm just about ready to hold that other post up and screw it onto here. Okay, so I got that frame on there leveled, and I've got the post plumbed, and I put a little bracket down in there. What I did was I measured the distance between the posts up here, and I cut one the same length and put it down in there, and so that'll help, keep it parallel. And so what I'm going to do now is I've got some lag bolts. Okay, and I figured out where the studs are, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-drill and then put these lag bolts in. There. That's good, and I'm going to put one on each corner. One here and one out there. That should be fine. Okay, so I went a little bit ahead here. I just put a couple of blocks in here on the post, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to deck this in with 2x4 running this way. And I put a couple of joists in it, Okay, I'm starting to put the deck down, and I put some notches in this first one. I'm going to leave about an inch gap between these boards because you don't really want this to hold any snow if it happens to get on there, and there's no need for it to be, you know, the boards any closer together than that. So I notched these out, and a little bit of overhang, but you know, don't expect that from me all the time. You know, this is a special occasion. Okay, so we got that one. That's dry fitted in there. It doesn't look too bad, right? And a little bit overhang either side, a little bit on the front, and we're gonna notch the next one. Okay, so I've worked all the way through the night and I'm still at it. No, it's the next morning. So what I've got here is I've cut an angle on these pieces that are gonna go against the wall, and I've cut a piece of 2x4 here, the width of the outside of those 4x4 posts. And I'll show you how that's gonna work. That's gonna go, this is our ledger that's gonna screw onto the house. And this is the angle of the roof that we're putting on there. All right, so what I've done is I've just put a screw here and there to somewhat hold the legs up when I hold that up into place. And I level the ledger board. Now you're gonna see where the siding looks like it's not level to the siding, but I checked it and that siding's not level. It's the house is sunk or something. So anyway, it's not gonna matter, but I wanna put this roof level. And so anyway, the roof is level, the ledger board is level, and then I tacked it on there. I still gotta put some legs into the studs. And then what I did was I put a board from here across up against the inside of the post, and I put a level on that so I could get both legs the same height. So, and I've secured that with a screw on each side. Then I've marked it. Now what I'm going to do is just saw those posts off, and then we're going to put some cross pieces across there, maybe 3 or 4, and one on the end, and then we'll be able to put our plywood on there and our tin. Okay, so I got that first piece of plywood just tacked up there, and I'm going to put the other one up, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece across on the fascia board last, and then I can trim off the plywood before I put the metal on. Okay, so there's the plywood on and a little fascia board. I just cut it right exactly plumb with at 4 feet, and no overhang on that fascia board. And then I'm just gonna make the metal, you know, overhang just a little bit on the sides and on the front, maybe, you know, 3/4 of an inch to an inch at the most, and we'll go with that. Okay, now there's all sorts of ways to cut this metal, and this is not the way, but a lot of guys would use a shear or a mini grinder, you know, with a zip disc in it or something. But I don't have any of that here today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it with a circ saw. Now what's going to happen is going to be a million pieces of little metal that's going to fly. So I'm putting on this full face respirator. You know, I'm going to show you what I'm doing here, but you're on your own if you try and do it this way. It's this may not even work, but you've been warned. You don't want that in your eyes, man. Okay, actually that was 2 sheets at once. I thought it would make it a little firmer to cut them both at once. So actually that didn't work too bad, eh? You know, it's a hazard, you know. You don't want to be doing it if you don't have to, but okay, so one length of that, one width I should say, is going to fit up there, and then I'm going to need to overlap it a foot because it's not wide enough. It only covers 36 inches and I got 48 to cover. I'm going to put the cut edge up. Okay, so I got next to no overhang. I've got like 1/2 inch of metal overhanging the plywood. That's fine. Got about 3/4 of an inch in the front. All right, 3/4 of an inch hanging here, and that's plenty. And now I just got to cut another piece for there. I got to rip the piece for the other side. Okay, so here's these little roof screws. They're galvanized. They got a little rubber gasket on them with a washer behind it. And what I use to drive them is just a deep socket like that, and the socket will fit in the chuck of my drill, and it'll go on there like that. And you know, there's probably the proper socket or extension somewhere, but that'll work. just like that. And I'll go up there, and they're sort of self-drilling, so I'll go up there and we'll hammer those together, or we'll screw this up. We're gonna get up there and screw this up. Okay, there's a little shelter. Got that done. And I've just got this heat pump sitting up in there. This is an 18,000 BTU Senville unit. And it's got dual heads for inside. So what I'm going to be doing in the next week or so is I'm going to be hooking up the lines and evacuating them, and I'm going to be putting this system into use. So stay tuned on my channel for that. That's coming up real soon here on Everyday Projects. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you again here very soon. Bye for now.